Greetings from somewhere. I am your host, Dylan. I am joined, as I am like many times, by Sperg Snake.
Yeah, it helps to have a lot of free time on your hands. Anytime you need me, just give me a call. I'm ready. I'm around.
Yeah, thanks for bullshitting with me online. Son of a gun. I said the S word within 2 minutes. So long, monetization. Doesn't matter with a few hundred people at most watching this. And thank you, few hundred people. So I'm not just yelling at myself on the internet. And to let you guys know, the clips on lesbians, video number 4 will have lesbian jokes. And then the male lesbian, that's the title of this episode, will be in video number 5 of today. And yeah, I could use a little bit of nonsense. I think I need to go to a new town to get a job that isn't soul crushing. It's going on interviews. I can't mention every single one of the jobs I've had here in somewhere because I sound like an uppity ass. Like, oh, okay, my first job, I lasted a month because the management didn't have any idea what the fuck they were doing. They were absolutely not up to the minimum standards of health and sanitation. Oh, this place didn't know what they were doing. And this place, the manager was a shithead, and I only lasted 6 shifts. So I've got to eliminate 2 of those. I'm only allowed 1. I know better than the management, because it sounds like I'm full of shit.
I understand. Yeah, and I too am trying to refrain from getting into too much drama and stuff. That just happened to somebody else who made a nice little splash in the Dabbleverse. Lost his job and is now streaming. So, like, you got to have something on the side going, man.
Karmic's gotten it going, even on the super tips, despite him not being a big fan of Milton. And I do, like, when we are getting down the symptoms, we covered this with Luigi Greenberg on his show. There were fake, the Bushido artists. People are just jealous of me. That's why they're making fun of me. I do fit one of the criteria to be an online locale of losing my dream job a few years back, and I've alluded to it, but I don't dwell on it because I have some ingredients. I am trying not to be Chris Chan. The male lesbian, like Chris Chan is cosplaying. Actually, yeah, I think he was a male lesbian before he was cosplaying female. And please, LGBTQ community, don't accept Chris Chan. He pretended to be a Sonichu for 2 years. So him pretending to be a woman doesn't help your cause.
Yeah, he's definitely not. This is exactly, he's the exact part of the problem of why people are like, oh, we can't have this. It's that behavior. You know, I'm just going to attempt to grow boobs and try to make my way into the woman's world and be a lesbian. And with today's subject, that just doesn't work.
He does hate all men. I can't. Yes. It stopped being fun. I can't. That guy who covers him, Geno Samuel is his name. He's got like 50, 60, 80 fucking hours of Chris Chan.
I think he's working up into the hundreds. Yes. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And it stops being fun. It stopped being fun a long time ago. It's into the sad part of the Christery.
Oh yes, I think I quit right around 60 something because that is where uh, things do start to turn a little darker. It stops being kind of lighthearted, fun trolling, other than like the Ray Cash guy who was like sticking it to him, and Dillman, like there was a pickle guy who was sticking it to him. It was still kind of lighthearted, and his dad was there to keep, Chris on a rope, so to speak, or on a leash rather. Once his
The
dad passed
lumberjack.
away, it had, yeah,
He's chopping the internet down. And yeah, there was a wave of Joey C trolls who I was like, I can't be in on this with you. You're kind of giving me idea guy vibes. The way you're
yeah,
trying to ruin his life instead.
yeah.
And luckily, the main guy who was ill intent seems to have gone away. I think the ones that remain are the more fun loving ones.
Yeah, and I try to make sure I stay in that category, and that's why when we were talking about locales and patterns and mentioned karmic, like he's already started. He's like, okay, here's step one, here's step two. Super tips or no, you're still kind of going down this road that I've seen too much internet, man. Like I know where some of these things can end up, and certain behaviors like drinking or crying or pouring out your emotions, being too personal on stream right away, is definitely setting yourself up. You're giving people ammunition. And I feel like with the Bushido guys, they did it a little different. Like you mentioned during Luigi's show, it didn't spread as quickly because of no internet. So these guys you didn't have the ability to verify what everybody was saying right away. Now it's like somebody says something and somebody responds to it, instantaneously on multiple platforms. So, yeah, the farming it's down to a science now. Still funny, though, in my opinion.
Thinking of the old way things had to go viral, listening to Blind Mike's Jerky Boys episodes, those were physically taken. The actual cassettes made their way to fucking Thailand and China and shit, all the way across the world. These little tapes made it to all corners.
That's I got my Jerky Boys tapes in the mail from like BMG or Columbia House or somebody who did the 10 for $1. It was like Jerky Boys 1 and 2 were on tape. I got Silverchair and a bunch and that's how word of mouth, it caught on really quick. Like people knew who Frank Rizza was. Everybody saying sizzle chest and jerky face or jerk face or whatever, sausage nipples kind of. Yeah, I benched 300, and doing that New Yorkie snappy guy voice. I loved it. Something else that I remember going viral or just right at the beginning of the internet was that stupid dancing baby.
That appeared on Ally McBeal. Like it started on the internet, but being on Fox in '98 or whenever the heck it was.
Yep.
That dancing baby got on network real quick.
Yeah, that's television still had pool back then.
And there are some things I would like to see go viral. First up, we have some almost sports. Things that are not quite sports, but we certainly have some people who are excited about them. I don't think this one has any commentary on it. And this is a variant of billiard racing. We've seen Dad, that's his name. Dad does a version of this, and he is very excited on commentary. As usual, I am going to go with the green ball because I like green. Number 6 for me, which is in the eighth spot, funnily enough. Which one you betting on?
I'll take number 4, purple. I'm pretty sure purple is 4.
Yeah. Purple 4. Dad calls that one Thanos. And as you see, that is the 4 ball. What is this weird light blue? Like he took out all the stripes. He's got this light blue one here, a light green one. Oh, there's only one green one. That's very light for the 6 ball in a gray.
Yeah, I like the 6 dark green. That was a nice color.
So that's what we're betting on. 1 on green, 1 on blue.
Well, I'll take it. That's a huge climber. That thing's not... Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, this contraption takes up the whole darn room. Oh, there goes my 6.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be a long road to hoe. Oh, it's a number 4. Well, first. I'm getting all flustered. My horse is not coming in. Come on, get around that Google symbol, boys.
Yeah, no kidding. This dude's leagues in ahead. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you took it by a mile. That was not even close.
Number 1 purple. Wow.
Yeah, we do need Dad to be commentating for that. We are seriously missing something without him so excited. And I do have one on deck, but it's a bit convoluted. I'm kind of on the border if I'm going to eventually show it, because the rules get a bit convoluted. I was unaware how convoluted the rules to treadmill billiards could get, but you got to make it interesting. He's been doing this for a while, and he's making some new rules.
Hey, George.
And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the second video right here. This one I've nicknamed Madness. Just a little bit of madness from the YouTube page. Asking ChatGPT to recreate this image 100 times. So George Costanza's still looking recognizable there. All right, we've now lost George Costanza, and this man now has three hands. That extra one there on the board. Ooh, a YouTube channel with diecast cars. I haven't seen that one yet. The diecast car racing. That would be a fun one. Thank you, Matthew.
Somehow we're getting into wow. Hello. We went from real person to Pixar, and now we're into MC Escher.
He's getting very angry at this cube.
Who's the dictator over the shoulder? I'm pointing at it. The left shoulder would it be the left side?
Yes, that's on our viewer's left-hand side.
Okay. Yeah,
but that was kind of
over him.
It was kind of just a face, just a background actor, kind of just colors in the corner, just a few ago.
Oh, we can see yeah. That's so weird.
Oh, the ketchup and mustard. Is that where we get the color of the box?
Yeah,
okay, now it's just two mustards.
Now it turned into Family Guy.
He got looked like he was just fine. Okay, there he looks like he wants to kill him. So his face did go from contemplating getting rid of this worker forever to just kind of dissatisfied.
That guy in the background just came out into the foreground now.
They've switched places. George Costanza is now our background player. Looks like he's in a box factory. And I bet you that's what happened to my boy. Turned my boy into a box, damn you. A box. That would be a Simpsons quote. The I Didn't Do It Boy episode.
Is that from that episode?
Yeah. My boy's a box, damn you. A box. Because
the Simpsons are so memeable.
They took a field trip to the box factory again. They made sure to even Miss Krabappel was like, Seymour, the box factory again. And Seymour and Martin Prince are all excited about the box factory. And right across the street is Channel 5 or wherever Krusty was shot. So Bart sneaks over there, but his lucky red cap is on a box. So that's how Homer comes to that conclusion. I wonder if that was a Conan Oh no, that wasn't a Conan O'Brien written episode. They wrote in Bart to be on Conan O'Brien in that episode.
Makes sense. Yeah, he was doing the late night circuit.
He was brand new to the circuit, and since he was their boy. They were like, let's throw him on Conan. We could throw him on any old body, but let's throw him on Conan. So there's our final. There's our final image. He's been scalped. He's not happy about it. George Costanza is only ahead. The boxes have multiplied. So if we keep going, it's just going to be a fifth dimensional cube.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah, ChatGPT turned this into something really weird. Just from Costanza drinking coffee.
Man, one finger on the chicken strip, man. One finger, bro. That fucking shit ain't going nowhere. One finger on the chicken strip. You can't lose that shit, dude. That's sticky as fuck. That's all it takes, though, is one finger on it. Look at that shit. Damn. McCrispy, bro. McSticky, dog. Shit.
Day 12.
That's a hell of
commentary.
That's a hell of some centrifugal force. Without that great commentary, sure, it's talented, Nimrod pointing out, but we would just be like, oh, neat, and move on our day. But the excitement of look at that shit takes it to 11.
I'm a jerk of a friend because immediately I'm like thinking I need to slam on the brakes real quick while he's filming that, so that way the chicken keeps flying in his hand. He's like, "Oh, you motherfucker!" You know, I'm just always trying to hurt. I'm so mean to everybody.
You would be the cake stomper. You're the one.
No,
that would...
no. Oh man, that dude will never live that down.
Nope. Anytime he tries to get back into regular radio, which is apparently all the time, Opie is just haunted. And it just comes up sometimes, like every few years, of this homeless man whose cake is ruined right in front of him.
Yeah. Opie was definitely he liked the shock part of the shock jock. He just did shocking stuff to do it.
His favorite era of the Opie and Anthony show was pre-comedians. They had to switch to comedians because even the guys over at XM were like, you cannot put wiffle ball bats inside women for a contest. There is no penetration. I remember the Stern Show had that. No penetration it can be done in the studio. That's no bits with penetration.
I'm trying to remember. I think somebody tried to do a bottle rocket bit.
I don't remember the bottle rocket bit. Thanks for joining, David Collins. And I have got to. I am still getting up way too late. I'm catching your show later in the day. I swore I was going to start getting up early, and I can't blame it on seasonal depression now. Got to blame it on just regular old depression. I'm going to take me some nice psilocybin, reset my brain, and hopefully I'll get some results. Like this guy getting results of drawing on paper until it reflects like a mirror.
5 of drawing on paper until it reflects like a mirror. Wait till the end because it's reflecting so much. Claim your OG ticket in the comments.
Quit trying to trick me with your pencil.
So this is all the channel is. I've seen it, that Draw Mirror is the name of the channel, and this is just all he does. So it would be fun if someone just tried this once as a weird gag, but this guy does it all the time.
Yeah, no kidding. He's really drilling this down, huh? That's all he does is like color a square.
Maybe this is how he gets the madness out. Reminds me of Malcolm in the Middle when Hal showed a problem child. Look at this dictionary. You see how every little opening is filled with a Sharpie? Yep, that's how I cured my madness. There's an O. Boop. There's a U, boop. There's a D, boop.
Ah. That sound effect is driving me crazy. That right there.
Yeah,
the wind up. Like it's.
Yeah, maybe I should, because he's also got music playing underneath. So you hear one of my AI songs playing underneath. I thought it added to it. I guess some people like the ASMR segments, some don't. So it's schizophrenia sounds is what we'll call it.
Yeah. Yeah, but turn the light off, then it's not shining anymore.
Oh my gosh, it's reflecting so much. Reflection, 29%.
At least he gave me the percentage. I'm happy now. I'm satisfied. It's 29% reflective. I got you.
It's not quite to a third. And I'll actually agree with him on that. You're getting about a third reflection there. I think it was the Jackass movie with the bottle rocket. If they also had the bottle rocket tied to Party Boy's penis. That was another one, shooting the bottle rockets out the ass, and the bottle rocket being attached to Party Boy's pecker.
I'm confusing all my stunt boy stuff now.
What is written above the mirror? Looks like all sorts of schizophrenia talk, doesn't it? There's a heart, a flower, a moon. That might be a smiley. A, B, baby, cat, dog, chicken, nuggets, apple. Okay, here's a list of what they've eaten for the day over on this side.
Yeah, that's definitely a schizo ramble up there.
Nice catch, Doopa. I was about to just move right along without acknowledging the madness scrawled at the top of the page.
Oh.
And just jump ahead.
Oh my gosh, it's reflecting so much. Reflection, 29%.
Shout out to the absolute unhinged maniac that thought, hey, I should enter this into the Easter diorama contest. And that certainly sounds like some copy. Is Swan Lake copywritten? I'm going to throw it on mute. I don't think I gave this a check. I should have thrown a Mr. Blue Sky on this to get rid of some of that classical music.
The book repository.
So this Peeps diorama, he's got some of the actual figures cut out and put on poster board there. Then to the Peeps in there, Jackie.
There's a jelly bean sticking out of the Kennedy.
That. Our jelly bean on JFK Bunny on this diorama. I would have done it a little further in. I would have had Jackie on the trunk. That's just a personal preference of which point during this fateful day in Dallas. By the way, one of my recent jobs, they were telling me that Kennedy and Dallas work today, and I immediately got a shit-eating grin on my face and started making references of how they don't get along, and Kennedy loses her head at Dallas. And I've never met these people. I've never heard of them before in my life, and it took these people way too long I had to tell them what I was doing.
Oh, they were not.
They just
catching
never
on
got
at all.
it. Yeah, they were not catching on to my Kennedy and Dallas jokes. Matthew Hibner wants to know where the CIA peep hiding behind the grassy knoll is.
Just slightly out of frame.
Lee Harvey Oswald sticking his head.
He's making it very obvious.
And he didn't, as requested, he did not let that opportunity pass him by at all. As requested by Matthew Hibner, there is the CIA agent on the grassy knoll.
I didn't expect that. That's funny.
I've seen a few of these. There were some movie soundtracks with Guitar Hero that were movie soundtracks. Sending it through the copyright check, we're like, hey, it's a movie soundtrack, asshole. You can't share this. So Guitar Hero with a forklift.
Oh shit, you gotta trim all of that. Awesome.
And bookending it, that we've seen this meme of the man, and looks like they're making him a little fatter, a little darker, a lot fatter, a lot darker.
That watch is getting worse.
We're still at Biggie Smalls. We haven't gone into cartoon Family Guy world yet.
He started out looking a little bit like Eddie Murphy, and now, we're heading right into Biggie Smalls territory.
Yeah, the guy who it's based on looks, it could pass for Eddie Murphy. And hello to Gummy Chainsaw. Glad I was able to commentate on your Dabbleverse special and Dabble Mania, was it? I've got to get the pay-per-views down correctly. You were part of that as well, correct, Sperg Snake?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to ask you questions like behind the scenes stuff. What'd you do? I wanna know, but I don't want to know because I want it all to be a surprise to me. I want to see what everybody did.
I'm glad we've got someone because I've seen so many variants of the WWE video game Create a Player. So it's so fun to have a buddy in this little corner of the internet that's doing that with folks that we enjoy goofing on. And I've got a model, so I'm not sure exactly what I'll be doing, but my model is there.
Yep.
4 p.m. on Doom's channel is when Dabble Mania will make its premiere. 4 p.m. Eastern, check out Dabble Mania. Oh, yeah, and thanks to Doom for getting that out. Now, after a little plug, back to the madness of asking ChatGPT to turn this Eddie Murphy-looking guy to recreate it. Gonna get that finger way up. Actually, his arm is shortening. It's kind of turning into a Chris Elliott Scary Movie 2 arm. The way it's just very small.
That scene where he's like trying to mix the mashed potatoes with his little gimpy hand.
I remember two of the jokes with the gimpy hand. The mixing the mashed potatoes and the grab my hand. No, the small one is my good arm.
That is my good hand.
All right, now he's a cartoon. And Eddie Murphy, quite a lateral, though, from the Biggie Smalls variant to the Fat Albert variant. And he's about to be split into half. Well, 2/3 and 1/3.
Yeah, it looks like his body is eating him. He's absorbed him.
And now he's gone all Michael Jackson on us. He's a white guy now. Oh, sounds like I forgot to extend your song to the credits, Mr. Blue Sky. So we're ending here on odd shapes, kind of a sort of a face remaining there.
It went from being a picture of a guy to like modern abstract to me. Like if you right when you get to that part where he's like splitting and turning into a guy, like when his face is completely abstract and gone, like right around here. Now it's a guy. Now it's like modern art. Like that's a human being. You'd be like guy on a bench.
AI is trying to get rid of the humans. That is what AI does.
Yeah, no, dude. You wait. Terminator 2, Skynet's going to happen. Just like the merge is happening. We were talking about Chris Chan a little bit ago. The merge is going to happen. It's been happening. Sectors merging with Dabble, merging with Hackverse, merging with everything else. It's going to all be gray. One big gray blob. That's all we're going to be.
Still, the Quickville dimensional merge is yet to happen. It's been put off again, just like the arrival of the aliens. I found another streamer saying that the aliens have moved up the time that they've moved it up from 2028. I forget if he said 2026 or 2025. But there's so many people saying the aliens are coming, as if it's like the fucking rapture. They're coming again.
Oh boy, yeah, I know.
And of course, a plug to our buddy Mr. Blue Sky for the nice chill music that I forgot to extend. Duplicates was that track, and you can find him on SoundCloud at The Real MR Blue Sky. Thank you, Mr. Blue Sky. Steal that bit. Just ask GPT to recreate the image about 100 times.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Exactly that. Like 100 times over. That was really
that's
strange.
What this creator was doing.
It really does. It's similar to another video that I had seen where somebody re-uploaded. Hello. They re-uploaded a video that they shot. It was like a 5-second video, and then they re-uploaded it like 1,000 times. And by the 5th or 600th time, it's not anything. It doesn't resemble anything it did before. It becomes so pixelated and blurred. So I think ChatGPT blah 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 is doing the same thing. It's like taking, again, a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. And it does eventually morph into something completely different over time.
I remember those videos. It's been a while. My algorithm has gotten away from madness, and other people that are still wandering around on TikTok said the same thing to me, that the nihilistic edge, we're trying to get it back. For some reason, it went wholesome on us within the past month, and I'm doing a good job of liking things that are fucking odd. I'm now on Pigeon Talk and Possum Talk, so look forward to that in upcoming episodes once I throw together some of the pigeon and possum clips.
Did you just play a video with a possum that was in an attic? It was a guy that rescued him out of his buddy's house.
Maybe
I just saw that on regular. Again, like that's my issue now. I'm like blending everything. All the shorts are you. Something popped up somewhere, and it was like this guy is like trying to get the possum to take half a candy bar because it was up in the attic, just chilling in the insulation, relaxing. And then I also seen a raccoon smoking a meth pipe this week.
Yes, I saw at first. I saw just a painting, and I was like, "Oh, that's really funny." That watercolor painting of a raccoon with a crack pipe. And just a couple swipes away was the actual arrest video of that crazy woman in her car getting arrested, and the raccoon really liked that crack pipe. Sorry to talk about it so much and not have it prepared for you.
Yeah, I know. Now I realize I should have had that pulled. I didn't think I was going to bring it up though. So.
Yeah, there's things we wander to at times that it's like, oh, I didn't know we were going to go down that area. We were talking about the Chat GPT, and Midjourney is another AI art that's been recommended to me. Grok has been the free one over on Twitter. Grok has been a little frustrating to me lately. This is where I landed for the title of the episode, Male Lesbian. It took me a while to get there, and it was like 3 times in a row. The man is standing up. The male lesbian is standing up, until I was like, fuck it. He's sitting down eating on the dance floor. I wanted him standing on the dance floor, but
it just wasn't working out.
It just wasn't going for it. 3 times in a row, I was like, you're just not getting it. It's like I'm talking to the puppy pug, and it just cocks its head like, okay, AI, you're cocking your head at me. You're not going to get it right now. So I'll just accept what you've given me. Thank you, AI. Grok.
Right. See, it's the prompt is a a picky beast. I think like you got to be very descriptive, and even like you just said, you're like he's standing, and it's like no, we're gonna have him kind of squatting on the floor. Why not? And this one you finally got him sitting. So strange, and I also heard Midjourney is very, it's one of the better ones, definitely from a few people that use Midjourney.
Yeah, that was the one that was recommended to me, and of course I'm using the free one because free.
Yeah, of course. Why not? I'm a cheapskate all day. Here we go. I think I got it right this time. There. Go follow Mr. Blue Sky.
And here, while we were just vamping there, I was trying to bring up the raccoon with a meth pipe video. Oh, good.
Oh, you did. Good.
I can get it here. It's just 30 seconds. It goes on for a while because it is an arrest. So they've jumped ahead of the arrest part, and now to the raccoon in this hoard of a car this woman was assumedly living in.
Yeah, okay. This is what she's smoking meth in.
Okay.
The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe.
All right.
The cop is so amused by this. Like, yeah.
Oh, there's no way. He's trying to smoke it.
All right. Thanks.
There's no way. All right. Enough fun and games.
Here.
It's a crime when people do it, but it's fun and games when a raccoon is doing it.
It's so good.
Do you watch the John Oliver show? He was covering minor league baseball this week, and minor league baseball has gone. I don't know what the word. I was going to say gone insane. Just very eccentric. They want to lure you in, and he spent the most time talking about the Huntsville, Alabama team, the Trash Pandas, whose logo is a raccoon in a rocket ship trash can.
Really? No, I have not seen this. I did hear some things about another league. I don't know, Savannah Bananas. That's a team, apparently. I don't know if it's in this league, but a guy did a backflip while catching a baseball this week. That's the only baseball stuff I saw. And I do like John Oliver. I have not watched his show in such a long time.
Yeah, it's to me when Jon Stewart left, that was more along the lines of the Daily Show, and Jon Stewart, I haven't watched it since he came back, but yeah, the new host, I was like, you don't have that certain, and John Oliver, definitely not Jon Stewart, but more along the lines and what the Daily Show became. The Columbus Clippers, that's the Ohio AAA team, fucking lame. All over the country, they're coming up with wacky names. The Columbus Clippers. Boo. Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah, we don't have a minor league team here in Cleveland, but yeah, Columbus has a farm team. I'm not even sure if they go to Cleveland from there. Clippers. It's like L.A. LA's already got there's no Clippers in Columbus. They're nowhere near water.
Maybe that's why it's a whimsical name, because there's no Clippers.
All right.
That's what I was told
I
too.
Disapprove.
I need to look this up. Nimrod saying the Savannah Bananas are like baseball Harlem Globetrotters. I've heard that. I need to check these guys out.
Okay, that makes sense. Why I saw that pretty sweet catch then.
My brother 1 year for Christmas bought his son some tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters. He was playing basketball in school, and he didn't like it because they didn't follow the rules.
So
like he's got like the autism.
Kid? Like what? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like how young? Because he's like, oh, he's not understanding the art of it.
10-ish in that area, 10, 12. 12 seemed too old, but yeah, a 10-year-old thought the Harlem Globetrotters didn't follow the rules, and his autism. I'm glad I don't have that type of tism, and I just assume I have the tism. I've talked about that before. I'd be surprised because they expanded the definition, especially once they expanded the definition. I've got to fall under the tism.
Yeah, I
or
think
the
there's like 6
Spergs.
categories or something. Yeah, that's why I just call myself a Sperg because I've never been diagnosed with any type of autism. I definitely fixate on weird shit all the time. You too. You do look at background actors more than I do. But
Yeah, I'm very interested. And whose fault was it? Was it the background actor or was it the second AD? We were talking about that before we went on the air of the positions that you may not know. You see them in the credits all the time. Your director, your first. Oh, that's how we got off on that rant. Was fucking James Rolfe and his redirecting. The director
yeah, that's right.
directs the assistant director, and then the assistant director redirects all the departments, tells everyone what to do. The second assistant director, they are like the background department when there's days with background. The second, there it doesn't go from second to third. There's no third assistant director. There's a second assistant director who is just worried about tomorrow. You'll never see him the entire day. They're back at base camp worrying about tomorrow, and those. Fuck. Then what did we get off on? I think I said
cinematography and focusing and stuff like that. We started talking
been
about
a while.
film stuff.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on set. I'm 90% sure a cinematographer is the guy on the focus button. You got the cameraman, and the focusing man and the focusing man is the cinematographer.
It's because also I was speculating that Bimmy didn't have the list of employees that he was going to have to have on set for all of this stuff. And now that I heard it a second time, I was going to say, go ahead.
We do have to watch that movie. I think we're going to have to get a regular time because we were talking about doing some Tales from the Crypt season 2 and ranking those as we go along on Rumble. Chris Elliott show. I've never seen it. I need to check that out. So we need to find a regular day for some watching some stuff.
Watch along. Yeah, I'm down.
We'll do a 30-minute pre-show with some of these clips of madness that I have over here everywhere on YouTube, and then exclusively Rumble for 2 episodes at a time. Or if we're doing the Ray Pruitt years, probably 1 episode at a time.
Fair enough.
That's gonna be. I think that's a better idea in theory. The watch along of 90210, the Ray Pruitt years. It may be as fun as it sounds sometimes, but it's probably going to be fucking awful. But that's what makes it fun. We're watching 90s teenage or no 90s college melodrama. We're out of the teenage years. We're into the college years, and Tiffany Amber Thiessen is coming looking all curvy and hot at the beginning of the season, smoking marijuana. Goodness.
Oh, well, and she was such a good girl too when she went at Bayside.
What was so fun. A complete difference from Kelly Kapowski, Valerie something or another. Malone. I'll put money on it being Valerie Malone. I should not know this much fucking information about this show.
I was too immature. I was too immature for 90210. I did not like it would come on at cha cha, and I would be like, all right, time to change channel because it was like I think it came on at 9:00 and there was something else. Sitcom
at one point
at the same time, and I was always into sitcoms. Like if there was anything drama up against a sitcom, it was like I would rather watch reruns of Three's Company or something,
It's even worse than that. I saw it in syndication on FX in the year 2000 because I was hanging out with my cousins and one of their girlfriends after Unsolved Mysteries. We got to watch the 2 hours of 90210. I'm pretty sure it was a goddamn 2-hour block of 90210. Wow. But I got to see the Squash It episode. Yeah, I don't. It's a lot. It's a lot. The Ray Pruitt years. He eventually becomes a main character, so that's why it becomes a lot.
Okay. Yeah. No. And
Valerie Bertinelli was a real person. Thanks for guessing. Sorry for just stomping all over you.
Oh no, I was just gonna. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Torturing ourselves with bad television or finding out things aren't as good as we remember them. That's enjoyable for me. I really like it, especially because I haven't watched Chris Elliott since that was on. I watched a few episodes as they aired. I remember it being very surreal and kind of not getting it, but wanting to continue to watch it. There was like practical effects. I remember a rubber alien that shows up in one episode. So I think we're in for a treat.
I've the Tales from the Crypt. I bought those. That was one of my lockdown purchases. I purchased a bunch of sketch comedy DVDs, and I purchased the Tales from the Crypt entire series, and it's so many more hits than misses.
Good.
And
Excellent.
what I find fun is one that is on like a lot of people's best of episodes. I thought was a weaker episode. I don't know if it's in season 2. If it is, we'll get to it coming up in the summer and the fall as we figure out which day will be our fun copyright violating day, our Rumble mainly day, with a little pre-show like we have here.
Oh yeah, let's get back to pre-show.
Yeah, this is the show. That'll be the pre-show to our copyright violations here on YouTube. So here we have a 4-way battle. You can see the ladies on the left are in the pink. They have a lot of money coming to them. The ones on the right are in the blue. That's still a decent amount of bucks.
憨豆在哪里？
憨豆，我试一下。
我怎么找不到憨豆？但是我可以放在垃圾桶里。心疼我一下。放在垃圾桶里，我找找。
The ones on the right are trying to get out all the stops. Let's do some push-ups. And I was going to say she's doing them the wrong way, but she's not a busty woman, so this way is just fine.
I was going to make fun of the push-up thing, but I can't do that many push-ups already. So, 5 maybe max. I'm not even going to attempt to mock these girls.
It's been a while since I've done push-ups. I would not get in a stripes bet on how many I could do.
Just go it. 就是算我换了这个，你就可以换回去。
好。憨豆在哪里？我怎么找不到？
我刚刚换了一个，我看看。
啊。
So 8 is the amount she can do. That is so if you can do 9, you can make fun of her.
找到了，
你那边应该就会显示。
哎，我的憨豆怎么跟你的憨豆不一样？
Well, what's with the Mr. Bean
白
face?
色的一个白色。
That must be a regular filter. She's happy she found the Mr. Bean face. Look at her. Yay, I'm Mr. Bean. I do like it more than the melty face.
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
But of the 4 faces, I'd choose blowjob face here, because of course I would.
White one. Where is it? This one. Hi, everyone.
Why is it more horrifying on her than the first woman?
Yeah, I don't know. What happened there? I'm creeped out. Yes, anti-porn. It's working. It definitely is working.
大哥，哪位大哥能够看出来我的脆弱呀？我一点都不。
谁能看出来憨豆的脆弱呢？
We have our dancing king here, all the way from Thailand. Not sure of his physical affliction, but he's not going to stop that from getting down.
Those are super skinny jeans.
Got to show off those hot legs on the dance floor.
I see so. He's got a nice ponytail happening. I should have let my hair grow out.
Yeah, that is like a super duper rat tail. Yeah, that's not a mullet. That's like what's above a rat?
You're right. Squirrel? The squirrel tail?
Yeah, a squirrel tail is fluffier, so I'll go with that. He has upgraded from rat tail to a squirrel tail. MS Soul Train.
Oh no. He's got better moves than Johnny.
Matthew Hebner, I like Possum Tail.
Possum Tail?
I keep cutting you off.
Who, me? I'm just mumbling. I was just saying he's got better moves than Johnny, that guy.
Oh, Johnny Crutches. Yeah, Johnny Crutches. Worse legs than our buddy from Thailand. So you may ask, what the fuck is this guy doing that's playing these video games? This is Luigi Mario NPC. It says down here, "Hi, welcome. I know not my copyright own music. I am deaf." It's that second part that was important. The first, not copyright, isn't. But obviously, English not his first language. Please respect, thank you. Performing Luigi Mario NPC. So, actually, speaking of American Sign Language, I want to cut up some clips of The Last of Us has subtitles with American Sign Language. And the very first, on the episode I turned into, the very first sign that he did, I started laughing my ass off. So I'm going to have to make a little compilation and try not to play too much of it because I would like the show to stay up.
Oh, yeah, I know. Be careful with that. Wow, shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so, no, ASL. I know a little bit, and I think Luigi mentioned he knows a little bit too. I know how to, this is, right? This is, like, you make your hand like this. This is bitch. This is horny, like you go like that, or it also can mean bull.
Aaron Emholt's going to need one of those. He's going to need to know how to ask for a bull. Goes into the leather daddy shop. Bull.
I used to know other stuff.
The fuck is
like
white?
Laughing. Oh, and if you ever see a deaf guy doing this, like have their thumb in between their two fingers like that and like shaking it at you, this means bathroom. Direct him to the restroom immediately so he doesn't make a puddle on your floor.
That is one of the more important ones. That's Banyo, first thing that you learned. So thank you for having that one ready to go. Of course, we all know this one.
The classics.
Is this first
Fortnite.
person? Okay, it's Fortnite.
He's
now
Sub-Zero.
I
That
understand.
was last chapter.
I understand why we have Mortal Kombat characters in there now. I thought there was like a first-person Mortal Kombat. I was like, this doesn't exist, does it?
No.
But
Actually,
John,
only in Fortnite.
John Cena in Mortal Kombat exists. Fucking Peacemaker's in there. I think we talked about that on a recent episode. It's so fun, the DLC they come out with like fucking, is Rocky one of them? I know Rambo is one of them, but they all of their DLC with the Hollywood stars and movie monsters are fucking great. Still didn't get me to buy it because the Mortal Kombat fighting system, it's never been particularly fun. It's all on the graphics and the violence of, yeah. It's not a fun mechanic.
Yeah, it's definitely built around extensive button combinations. Not as bad as Tekken,
I've been stopping into that WCW live channel from time to time, Matthew Hibner. We were schooling a guy about WCW versus WWF and how it was actually territory system, and we were blowing his mind with hey, there's that Jim Crockett guy you guys were talking about. Thanks for dropping in, Uncle Jack, just in time for the Shadow Puppet Show. And the male lesbian will be coming up in the next. Yep, I'm glad I put these in this number. We are getting to the male lesbian in 2 videos. Got some lesbian jokes after this video, though.
Excellent.
I like that the puppeteer has now got 2 cameras on him to show this is what I'm actually doing.
I bet people weren't believing him at first. You know, like, how are you making these relatively complex images? It's pretty good. Looks like he made himself sick.
Oh, here comes the love story. He's got some flowers for his boo. He was just working out, getting all pumped up, be all sweaty when he sees... Oh, she's presenting. Go for it.
Smacking that ass.
Yeah, see, she's presenting. He's smacking that ass. This is all consensual. That one would appear to be the penis. That one does have a distinct look of a dickhead.
Boy.
Oh, it wasn't shadow puppet porn. This was more shadow puppet foreplay. We've got to go to IG Live to get the shadow puppet porn. I'm being directed by more TikTok hosts to IG Live and Twitter Live because they can do more over on those two apps.
Yeah, I'm surprised what shows up in my Twitter sometimes. I'm like, oh, holy shit, booba. Get to see some nips from time to time.
I am glad that they kept those around. Thanks for not nuking, because there's a lot of my favorite kink talkers that got nuked when they updated their terms, and they're like, nope, that is too sexy. And speaking of sexy, we have got an awkward speed date. These are my favorite.
Looks like we got a couple of Here we go.
I've got.
I already saw the guy on the bottom.
I've got a few of these that run really long. There's going to be some episodes that are going to just have to be the whole speed dating segment. I've got two that run pretty damn long, even after I'm cutting it down.
Heavy drinker there, but
Yeah. So let me think of more questions. What's like your dream car to own or your dream thing to own one day?
ooh,
My dream thing to own is a woman.
That pussy.
I want a Lamborghini.
That pussy is even better than a woman. This
I'm gonna own that pussy. You gotta be confident, man.
One day.
Ooh, I want a Lamborghini.
That's nice. That's nice. Do you like old cars and stuff? My dream car is kind of old.
Is it is it called a Volkswagen?
My
a Volkswagen.
A Volkswagen.
A wagon for all the folks. It is a Volkswagen. Gummy Chainsaw is saying a Lamborghini.
Is it called a Volkswagen?
mine's a 1967 Chevy Impala.
I am not a car person, but that's fucking hot.
Yeah, dude. Oh, go ahead. You first.
I'm going to ask the same thing that James Rolfe asked April. Will you wear the pants in this relationship? Because clearly you are more man than I am with such a muscle car and a classic muscle car.
Dude, that's one of the gangster cars of all time. Like, West Coast rap made the Impala so popular. I wonder if she's got anybody airbrushed on her hood. It says like "Rest in Peace, Paco" or something like that.
Nimrod picked up. I didn't notice that he said his favorite car was the colored Volkswagen. I missed that first part. Thank you for being observant.
Just like picturing one of those stupid family decals in the back window, except it's like, a colored, like a black family just hanging out. It's my colored Volkswagen.
I know, Baby Bullore is fun. It just seems proper. What is it with guys married to April that like to
I know.
watch them getting fucked in front of them?
Dude, I'm so glad we are out of that loop of having to cover St. Cloud Divorce Show. All the shit that went down since last week is too much for me. I can't.
Yeah, we've got plenty of people covering Aaron Imholt. There are people who enjoy covering him. I stopped enjoying covering him pretty damn quickly.
Dude, listening to him makes me very frustrated. Like, the Bimmy Bull lore is funny because it's still ambiguous. Like, she's picking up dudes on the weekend. We know that Aaron has been cucked, and he's trying to uncuck himself, and it ain't working.
It was like having this entire last year of where he had that 1 week where he was on the top of the mountain and going on every show telling his story. I think Nick Rekieta just sent in a very ambiguous super chat just saying hi, and it made him realize, or no, someone who was interviewing said, yeah, I'm going to have Nick on. And like the panic, Nick gets to tell his side of the story? Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. He was sweating the Sunday when all that stuff came out. He didn't have enough time to come up with good spin. So now he's literally, everything that happened to him happened to Nick, which is kind of funny. So like,
to let newcomers like Matthew Hibner know, it has been a year since the shit hit the fan. April left him at the beginning of April last year. It's easy to remember.
Yes. No, she didn't leave. She was upstairs making candied bacon, and she'll be back any moment. No worries, my friend. Another win for the toe. Yay.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, I believe
I digress.
I believe we're going to have a win for Otto and Roxy. What kind of fucking name is that? Because he's making me wet. Oh, I take that back. I just pissed my pants.
57 Chevy Impala.
No, cool.
Yeah,
they're super cool,
baby. All right. Some switches.
What's your favorite food?
Oh, that one's hard. So,
what is your favorite food?
He
speaks like Bobo from the
film. Yeah,
I think he said food.
Good call. Bobo.
Mr. Maloonigans. Mr. Maloonigans.
What's your favorite food?
That's him right there. That is a Bobo quote. What's your favorite film? I'm not lying.
I'm not lying.
Down game.
He really hits the second G. I'm not lying.
I got to remember that. Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
Oh, that one's hard. So.
Oh shit! I can't be done. I thought we put the bow on the steel toe talk. But thanks for that one, Uncle Jack. April was upstairs getting the kid's hair high as fuck. that lore is a year old now. It is turning into Chris Chan. He's only let up like a few weeks at a time, and then he's back on being. Oh boy! But I've got 20 episodes of it. 20 episodes of the St. Cloud Moron show, and there's
that many.
Yeah, we did 20 of them every other week for 40 fucking weeks.
Jesus Christ! I didn't even realize it was that. Wow. All I really remember, I remember a lot of it. We talked a lot, but the big thing I remember is like we called it the St. Cloud divorce. Well, you did, and then like literally 2 months into doing the show, he's like, "All right, we're divorced." It was more than 2, but it was like relatively quick right after.
He took the rug out from under me naming it the St. Cloud Divorce Show.
He's like, I'll show them. I'll get a divorce now, bitch.
And whoever had the under on that divorce clock fucking raked it in. I remember really analyzing that divorce clock, being like, this is a really good number. I don't know whether to go over or under. And way under.
Way under. I was over a year, but under the 2, for sure. And then it was gone in 8. And I was like, wow, speed ran that shit.
I really like Cane's. As of recently, I've been like really obsessed with Cane's or like Taco Bell. I can cook food, but I don't know why. Sometimes like I have specific cravings of like Cane's or Taco Bell. What's
because Cane's is fucking great. The first time I had Cane's was in Vegas. I think they were just getting them into Southern California as I was leaving. Fucking Cane's is awesome.
like yours? Do you have like a home cooked meal or a restaurant or?
My favorite restaurant to go out to eat is Chinese buffet.
Chinese buffet. Yeah, I think I've been there
Double
before.
Dragon buffet, baby.
Do you like Panda Express, maybe?
That's at the mall, right?
Not the one closest to me, but yeah, it's regularly in the mall.
No,
Sakyo, Japan.
No,
Not really.
Not really.
No.
I had to think about that.
Yeah. I went to this one cool place in San Antonio. It's called a Universal Buffet. I don't think they have them down here, but it's literally a buffet filled with like all types of different food. Like it's like
Joe Show. I've started bringing up some of the more relevant chats from this live chat, and Joe Show, they a match.
literally every type of culture of food. They had stuff that I hadn't even tried before, and it was just fun to go there because I could put a whole bunch of different stuff that I'd never tried just to kind of try it, you know?
Like cock. I grew up as a lesbian.
It sounds like she's describing like a Mongolian buffet or whatever that is. Mongolian barbecue, I think it's called. It's like you go get a card off the wall and it gives you a list of ingredients, and then like the dude just like stir fries it all right in front of you instead of it being like a traditional buffet.
I haven't been to a Mongolian barbecue.
Yeah, there was. Yeah. We were talking about Coventry. You said you had a friend who was in the area of me, and I said go to Coventry because that's where, depending on how close you are. It's a nice little strip. There's good shit to do up and down it, and that was my favorite thing was the Mongolian buffet. I think I was
good
Mongolian.
Shit to do up and down. I know some good shit that these two star-crossed lovers could do up and down. Hey-o.
You like trying new stuff?
I like trying new food. Like, yeah, like when I went to Texas, I tried the Sonic and Jack in the Box for the first time.
Really? You've never tried that? Oh, okay. I forget. I guess maybe that is just a Texas thing.
Jack in the Box is
Have you ever tried Big Red? I think that's just a Texas thing too.
No, I have not.
It took me a while to realize Jack's and Jack in the Box were two different things.
I've never seen a Jack's. I've seen Jack in the Box on TV.
I've seen Uncle Jack. He's over here now. Hi, Jack.
I really like the bunny suit. He's been wearing a pink bunny suit. I think it's really good. I like it. I like it.
It made it onto WATP. There was a clip with a panel and our buddy Uncle Jack with the pink bunny suit and the pink face hanging out. I don't think Carl played any clip of Jack talking, but the audio listeners missed out on the visual of pink bunny Jack just chilling there.
Yes, yeah.
It's full of like red dots.
That's gonna say the BYB panel was full.
Period. Yeah, period. So Everlyn, what do you think about Otto here?
You got to swing big. You're right, Gummy Chainsaw. I think you can see it on his face there. Like when I've been doing job interviews. When I have a bad one, I'm like, I fucking blew that one. That son of a bitch. And you can see it on his face that I blew this one. It is time to take the big swing of sit on my face and I'll tell you my favorite food.
Turn on the faucet. Gummy's comment. Gummy's comment reminds me of, yeah, you're right. He needs to swing big. And the joke would be, do you ever play Carnival? She'll go, what's that? And like, you sit on my face and I'll guess your weight.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, right. But
I think he's a cool person. I think
oh, come on. We hear the no coming a mile away.
I think, you know, you're a really sweet guy, but you're not my type. I mean, get a car.
I don't really date guys with scooters, unless unless that's not the only thing they have.
The guy that sold me the Vespa said it was a chick magnet. It's not. The Vespas are not a chick magnet. Oh, he might have a Razor scooter with no motor. Oh, what?
Red dye, but super good.
Period. Yeah, period. So, Everlyn, what do you
every time one of our beloved chatters sends in a lisp one, I want to read it. You like tacos? I like tacos too. Tacos.
Think about Otto here.
I think he's a cool person. I think he's just a friend though.
Yeah. Okay, sounded like she was going to keep that going for a while. She didn't say no, but what she said implied fucking no.
We could definitely like follow each other or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
Send
again,
me
gave
booby.
permission to stalk. That is stalking
right
permission.
there. This dude's gonna show this in court one day when she's gone missing and be like, look, she told me I could follow her. She didn't say where or when. I just figured all the time.
If you didn't screen cap it, Auto Buddy, I got it right here. I got your evidence. She gave permission to follow her.
We love friends. You guys can push the follow. And Otto, we'll get you right back up here, all right?
Alrighty.
Oh, that guy sucks.
Gotcha.
I'll be back tomorrow for the Chris. I don't think Chris is. No, Chris did request once. I don't know if even the guys requesting.
I'm
the
curious.
show is obviously slowed down a bit.
How do we set this up?
Please wick my wee wee. And that was music. You get a TikTok, and I think actually I might be eligible. It used to be you needed 1,000 followers to go live, and then once you get 1,000 followers, you can do with it as you wish. And some people go the Chuck Woolery dating game route.
I think that's my bag. I'll be like, all right, let's get it going, and that's why I was making fun of this guy. He's just kind of chilling and letting things happen.
We've had a few different hosts, and most of them are not paying attention at all. There's actually a guy that turned off the comments to keep the situation positive for all involved. And that's obviously sacrificing views. So he's more about the art than the views. The one dating host who turned him off, because there's some good shit in there.
Dude, I would be living for those comments. I know that's Nimrod just gave me a chuckle because he made a Princess Bride reference. Like, I don't think too many people are gonna woo love. Like. That's why I got to be careful, because I glance over there a little too much and start laughing at these people. Distracting me.
Yeah.
I'm easily distracted.
You'll notice at different times of the night I'll be really on the chat, and sometimes I'm trying because sometimes I try to do both, but I'll absolutely zone on my co-host at times. So trying to do a balancing act of keeping you guys involved, but yeah, at different times I will just have it in the background. And Gummy Chainsaw noticing that this is actually the end of the schizophrenic guy coloring in the mirror. Nice little wrap up there.
Yeah.
Good job,
That's
Matthew
Hibner. That's why I'm happy I just play like game show games. If I had anything to concentrate on while I'm dicking around live streaming with you guys, I would get nothing. There's no way I could play a role-playing game. It would be I'd be dead every 10 minutes.
When I was dabbling with XCOM streams, XCOM 2, like a turn-based game, I could get in with the chat, but something, like Fortnite, you're doing recently, that there's a lot going on. I don't think I could pay attention to chat and the game at the same time.
I don't. I let Annie take control of that. She's the one kind of streaming to both our channels on that. And I have chat open, and I can only glance over so long. To make fun of Shuli a little bit, he used to do the same thing. He was playing Call of Duty early on, like, a couple years ago before all the John stuff. And I remember seeing him play a stream, and he was like, I can't remember who said it, but somebody was like, dude, read the chat a little bit at least. Come on now, we're here watching. He's like, I'm already stinking enough at the game. If I start reading the chat, I can't. What the hell do you expect me to do? He was admitting, it's harder than it looks. Some of these guys that play Call of Duty or really intense, fast-paced games and keep up with the chat, it's a skill that I wouldn't have realized it had I not tried it myself.
That was one of the things of goofing on Stuttering John. He did that all the time, of having a guest on and paying no attention whatsoever and just scanning the chat and having it in live action. I can see, a lot of times you can't do both. If you're conducting an interview, like it's basically never. But fucking around with these silly videos, little on the video, little on the chat, and even then, my brain gets a little bit haywire. Like our buddy Jay Devil, he has got quite the mind and quite the collection of dirty joke books. So we are going to get into some lesbian jokes with our buddy Jay Devil.
What do you call a lesbian on fire?
Oh, I know a lesbian in the freezer. I don't know a lesbian on fire, actually. Yeah, do you know the two lesbians in a freezer?
No.
Cold cunt.
Cold cunts. Yes, I get. Yes, I am very weak in the lesbian joke department. I don't have very many. I don't think.
I've got almost I've got a really good knowledge of old jokes. There was actually a surly camera. No, he wasn't a cameraman. He was the director of photography, the lead cameraman. I remember being a stand-in, and he was a surly guy. Not a lot of people liked him on set, but I won him over when he said something along the lines of "But you suck one cock, but you fuck one sheep." And that's the punchline of the joke. I was able to pick up, "They don't call me Dylan the stand-in." And that for those who I just ruined that by giving you the punchline first, they don't call me Dylan the stand-in. They don't call me Dylan the streamer, but you fuck one sheep.
Yeah. It'll haunt you for the rest of your life.
Cuntsicles. Uncle Jack had a different dirty joke book than I did. I always heard cold cunts. A little shout out to Luigi Greenberg and Gummy Chainsaw playing Demonologist. I currently just have the Switch, so I'm not sure if it's on the Switch. Actually, I think Luigi said I have. We'll talk about it behind the scenes, but some more video game playing over there. What do you call the hot lesbians?
An LGBTQ.
Okay. All right.
He gets a 5 out of 10. That's a half a joke.
What do you call a lesbian with braces? A box cutter.
Did you hear about the two lesbians who...
I would give that a 6.5 or a 7. The box cutter.
Yeah, that one's much better. That got a grin out of me.
Sued a contractor for doing work at their house.
Let me get to the beginning of that one. I think we're going to have to go through a few in a row to make sure we get to our male lesbian story coming up next.
Scudder.
Did you hear about the two lesbians who sued a contractor for doing work at their house? Yeah, he used nails, but they wanted tongue and groove. Did you hear about...
0. That one sucked.
Yeah, that's for nobody. That's for like 2 carpenters. And even then, they're like, meh.
What does a ghost say to this guy? Boo! Mark Bass has one of his own. What do lesbians and sea turtles have in common? I haven't heard this one. Lesbians and sea turtle, kelp, grass. I don't got it. I don't got it.
I don't know either.
About the two lesbians who sued a contractor for doing work at their house? Yeah, he used nails, but they wanted tongue and groove.
What do lesbians do on their period?
Hey, fuck.
Finger paint.
Oh, that's better.
Why does the Avon lady walk funny? 'Cause her lipstick. What's the hardest part about eating a...
Once again, that one gets a 5. That is good for middle
lipstick.
schoolers. Her lipstick.
Her lipstick. What's the hardest part about eating a vegetable? Putting them back in the wheelchair.
That one it was a classic. Eating a vegetable, putting her back in the wheelchair. I'm Buck, and I like to fuck.
A patient walks in the psychiatrist.
And Nimrod trying to get that out quick as quick as he could. The wheelchair. You do need a distinct delivery. The way that our dead buddy Mitch Hedberg had very unique delivery in his dry telling of the jokes, and I just stumbled upon Stuttering John at the Howard Stern roast. He was trying to do something like unique with his delivery and was just falling on his face.
Yeah, I expect that out of John too. He'd be trying some type of gimmick to, get the laugh out of it. Dude, you mentioned Mitch Hedberg. I love that guy. I had an ant farm. Them fellas ain't grow shit.
Office wrapped in nothing but saran wrap.
This one we're joining in progress. Go back a little more.
Put him back in the wheelchair. A patient walks in the psychiatrist's office wrapped in nothing but saran wrap. Doctor looks up and says, "I can clearly see your nuts." It's sad. I'm a good person. I don't deserve the hate. And it just follows me everywhere, all because I'm an atheist. And don't work at the moment. So fucking what?
So
get over your miserable life and stop hating on someone that doesn't even do anything to you, that didn't even do anything to you. Just leave me alone,
I did nothing.
haters. Like, I'm tired of your shit.
That's gonna be number. That's like. Oh, go ahead.
That is our regular outro for J Devil. We've seen him a few times, and I love his call out to the trolls. That will definitely get them to stop. And explaining just because you're unemployed and an atheist, you'll definitely get all the rest of us unemployed atheists on your side.
First things first. That's like one of the. That's a building block of low cow behavior, addressing the haters in a specific video of the asshole-ish variety of some. And number two, Luigi Greenberg is
late and gay.
Thank you, Patrick Melton.
Did that come through?
Yes, it did. We got the late and gay. I actually thought he was going to tell this joke. I thought I cut it together with the gay jokes in here. King of all diffs dropping a, "How do you know you're at a gay picnic? The hot dogs taste like shit." I definitely remember that one in my truly tasteless joke book. Before I go on to the next clip, I see a Mitch Hedberg reference by our buddy Gummy Chainsaw. His favorite, my friend asked me if I wanted a frozen banana. I said no, but I want a regular banana later. So yeah. He had a decent amount of banana jokes. Bananas are like the opposite of traffic lights. Green means stop, yellow means go, and red means, where the fuck did you get that banana?
Those are some good jokes. Now we're on it, so I got to do one more. He's like, you're walking down the street with a friend, and you say something, and he doesn't hear you. You got to repeat yourself, but really it's just some insignificant shit. So now you're yelling, "That's really a nice tree over there, huh?" Like, just one of those, that's like a real thing that he did. Where he's like, "What'd you say, dude?" Like with his best friend, he's like, "I guess that's a nice looking tree." And he had to like say something totally stupid. I'm totally butchering the joke, but it's one of those story jokes. And I know I've done that to people, like mumbled, and then it was nothing important whatsoever.
Just let it go.
Milk. Yeah, exactly.
No, don't want me right now. Just pretend there was silence. Mark Bass, I did miss your punchline of what do lesbians and sea turtles have in common. And
did you catch it? I got it.
I missed it again.
Plastic.
They both sometimes choke on plastic.
That's a home run.
Fuck yeah, Chipper. And the fun just doesn't stop. What do you call a lesbian turtle? A clitortis. The way I heard the end of this joke, King of all diffs, is you hang one in the front. I'll being that's a very truly tasteless one.
Yes,
I won't repeat the setup.
And here, another one that's of that is like, yeah, I have Newports in my family tree hanging from it. Like that kind of joke. It's like, oh, yeah, those are definitely riding the school bus to school jokes. If not with the three ethnicities walking into a bar.
My favorite one of the three walking into the bar is the stupidest one. A priest, a rabbi, and a minister walk into a bar. You think one of them would have saw it.
Or three men walk into a bar and the fourth one ducks.
Yep, same idea. I love those.
That's why I laughed at the clitoris. The clitortis. It's just a silly play on words.
Shitty wordplay I love way more than I should. So getting to our next video, we have the namesake of this episode, the story of the male lesbian. And as you see, I didn't fully edit out the swipe before this. We saw those magicians on last week's episode with Luigi Greenberg, and they are in on the gag. That first video, Luigi Greenberg wasn't quite sure, but I bookended it, and the second one proved they're in on the gag. They know this is stupid. But let's go to stories from Kate. Kate, I've got another story ready for another week, and she is a talker. So I hope you enjoy her stories. This one goes about a minute. The other one goes about 3 minutes. So I'm giving a little test run with stories by Kate before I get to the really long ones.
Uh-oh.
So I'm bartending, and this guy totally unprompted says, "Hey, I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And I turn and I put a bottle of blue curacao back on a shelf, and he goes, "Do you know what that means?" And I'm like,
I can see how her tone of voice might turn some of these folks off. This isn't a call-in show. If this were TikTok, I could get the call-in, but I gotta actually send the link to have call-in guests on this show. Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons I've followed her for quite a while. I'm surprised she hasn't popped up on the show before, but absolutely would. And she's, I think she might be the type of crazy I'm into. She's some sort of crazy. You won't know until it's far too late.
You won't know until you're bleeding out in the emergency room. Like, this bitch is nuts. Oh.
Not deterred.
Sleep.
Okay, so
Ginger's going the wood chipper.
Yeah, she does have this subtitled because I cut this together, and when she said she put something back on the shelf, I had the same reaction as Uncle Jack. What the fuck was she just rambling on about?
"Saw back on a shelf," and he goes, "Do you know what that means?" And I'm like, you drive a Subaru?" But he goes, "No. What is the one thing that lesbians like to do?" And I'm like, this might come as a shock to you, but I've actually met a lesbian or two in the wild, and they're capable of enjoying a veritable cornucopia of activities. And he's like, "Well, what is a lesbian's favorite thing to do?" And I'm like, I couldn't even begin to assume the avocations of an incredibly varied demographic. And he goes, "You're really overthinking this." And I'm like, that's the only kind of thinking I do, buddy. So then before this guy could continue this conversation in his desired direction, this other guy at the bar out of nowhere announces that he spent all of 1993 in prison. And I'm so relieved and grateful for this distraction that I'm not even slightly perturbed by the fact that my bar is apparently full of felons and male lesbians. And I'm like, how was that? And he goes, "It was okay, I guess. The worst part was when I got jumped." And he proceeds to tell me a story about how he found out he was going to be getting out of prison early before his cellmate. So he decided to write a letter to his cellmate's girlfriend and see if
So this does remind me of a lot of girlfriend-wife stories. This was a story about the male lesbian, and now we have taken a sharp detour. The male lesbian is no longer part of this story. He's still at the bar, but she is now hearing the story from the man who wanted to fuck his cellmate's girlfriend.
Right. No, we moved on from the guy who... He was trying to get her to say clam digging, or like Nimrod said, scissoring, of something of that effect, and she was not having it. Like, the guy that was hitting on her definitely was not picking up like, like if she's overthinking it, that's because she's deliberately being not flirty, stupid.
She's overthinking on purpose.
Right.
It's it's like our last speed date, but she doesn't want to encourage him by calling him a cool guy and making fun of his wisp.
A little bit of wispy. Eating carpet.
Getting out of prison early before his cellmate, so he decided to write a letter to his cellmate's girlfriend and see if she wanted to hook up. She did not. And anyway, I'm telling Al Gore's internet this story instead of my husband because I'm pretty sure if I tell him this story, he'll want me to quit. And my employment is like the conceptualization of do it for the plot. And that's important to me.
So that was our first edition of Stories by Kate. And I enjoy her. I think it may be those crazy fuck me till I can't walk eyes that our buddy Matthew Hibner was also picking up on. But I could put up with that babble. I think I'm pretty sure.
That's where I'm like, that's the thing, because like she started out with like a story and then we wound up somewhere else, and that is very typical of certain types of storytellers. I would be probably guilty too, because I get ADD and I just start going off on tangents. But this seems like, like, oh, let me tell you what happened about Kathy today. And then she starts out, so John was at the store, and like brings up a whole nother person, but she wants to tell you about Kathy, but she has to tell you the 45-minute lead up with what happened to John in order to get to the story about Kathy. And that's what I feel like we got a little bit hoodwinked here, because we got male lesbian, but then wound up with a probably anally raped cellmate.
He definitely got revenge on this guy trying to fuck his girlfriend, but he made it to the outside eventually. He may have got some extra time on his sentence of like, I'm in here for a while. Fuck it. If he gets in a fight, he's not getting out either.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That is the type of shit that happens.
Luigi Greenberg is willing to bet that this lady isn't married, nor does she work at a bar.
She seems very creative with her storytelling, so who knows what details are getting added and subtracted.
It is kind of since she kind of baited and switched us on the male lesbian, I guess I kind of did too. But I'm titling these episodes based on something wacky that you're going to hear within. Although before I started titling them, alien incest, I don't think I can put that on. I think it'll get it more buried than anything. That episode with our buddy 2K, that alien incest episode. And that alien woman, that one specifically has started backing off of the aliens are coming. And they're coming soon. So a lot of them are ramping it up. She's ramped it down because she's listed several specific dates in which the motherships will make themselves known, and they've come and gone.
Yeah. This happens every so often with the religious kook as well. He did some magical math, and the rapture's coming May 28th this year, and you better sell all your shit and start praying, and then May 20th will come and go, and the world will continue on. Even more mundane than it was before.
Well, to help it get less mundane, let's head over to Perv Talk. I've decided to start calling these segments Perv Talk. The ones where I've got ladies. Oh, this is longer than I thought it was.
Because I'm going to boil some coffee. It's rainy a little. And I did have hindi po. I did have a good decision not to be putting the clothes in the fence because it's raining now.
We have featured this lady before, and something just very hot about these small village ladies, but they still have some damn good Wi-Fi there in the forest.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like, dude, they're in the wilderness almost, and they got a good connection, which I find to be strange. But then again, there might be a tower 500 feet from their little village, and that's why it's there.
Perv Talk, T-O-K, TikTok Live, but we're pervy about it, just checking out the ladies.
Going to boil some water.
I'm guessing this is the kitchen, right?
Magpakulo.
And that's the living room right behind her.
I did realize, Miss Natalie.
I'm so torn.
I did end my life. I was like, I'm going to end my life. But then, I was like, I missed the life.
So happy.
She's babbling on just like Kate, where we just saw. And I say I'm going to end my life.
I'm pretty lonely right now. And I was like, I'm going to do life.
I'm fascinated. I'm like zoned in on this. We were just talking about that.
Same thing happened to Annie O'Ryan. When she was on an episode, I featured that lady, and Annie was quite struck, as I always am, struck with ladies with chest tattoos. It takes me away from the fact that you have way too much makeup on. What are you hiding?
Yeah, what is going on up there? And the elf ears. Come on, I'm done with it.
I have become more open to elf ears. There's a lot of cosplayers, and they like throwing elf ears into the mix.
You guys want me to keep dancing before you drop money guns? Science rules, guys.
Science rules, guys.
That came out of nowhere. That's a straight up fan service to the nerds who can't get laid.
She dances like Elaine, and it's been for fucking ever since we've seen the lady who does do the dances like Elaine. I don't think she's on TikTok anymore. I miss her. You tip her a certain amount, and she did the Elaine dance as a bonus. I was like, this is a solid bonus.
Definitely pushing the sciences forward with this.
Now, you see, she's got a mirror in place so we can perv on her ass, but it's not set up properly.
Right, it's slightly out of frame. I noticed that earlier. Okay, that is using it to tease you with a little bit, I suppose, then.
Can't bring up a chat when she's shaking her butt like that.
Guys, drop money guns if you want me to keep dancing.
Seems like you're gonna keep dancing either way.
Some of them fucking stop. Some of them will just fucking stare at you.
What's going on with this chick's ass?
Yes, indeed. I can't tell if she has got tights on or a tattooed ass. But she does mention to check her out on Instagram Live, and I was a fucking boomer. I couldn't figure out how to get to her Instagram Live. I immediately went over to her Instagram and couldn't figure out how to see her live. Thank you, Nimrob, for gifting a Dylan from Somewhere membership. Become a rope shooter for just $4.99 a month and get at least 2 bonus episodes. And I don't know when this week's bonus episode is. I'm impromptu going to visit family in Maryland. So tomorrow, it'll be a last-minute decision if I stream late at night. I'm going to be driving for quite a while. So thank you for being a rope shooter, and thank you for making someone else a rope shooter. And this lady is going to get me to shoot some ropes as well.
Oh, yes, back to the women.
Looks like Uncle Jack got it. Uncle Jack is the big winner.
Sherman and James, thank you guys for subscribing.
For the last one, Luigi Greenberg wanted to tip her to stop dancing.
Background butt?
Who's watching the other POV right now? Where can you find the other POV? Check the IG story. Alex, thank you for the galaxy.
She can shake that booty. Something special.
Yeah, there's some jiggle there.
3, what's happening right now?
What do you mean what's happening? You're dry humping your bed. Galaxies are pouring out of everybody's pants.
Not everyone, just one guy. If I remember correctly, this is $20 or $25 for a galaxy. So he's up to either 80 or $100.
What's happening?
Oh, Luigi Greenberg, you're late. We had a whole Ray Pruitt discussion before, and how it's probably wondering if it's going to hurt more or be more fun. But yes, I dropped a Ray Pruitt, and I'm gonna start watching stuff on Rumble with Sperg Snake and Ray Pruitt. The Ray Pruitt years of 90210 did come up. I think it's a winner. I think it's going to be bad enough to be a winner. I think it's going to hurt, but not too much. That's what I said about the James Rolfe book. This is going to hurt, but not too much. And then we were it felt like we were cutting off another digit every time. We did 10 episodes. I've just got nub hands now.
And you went through it first, but like, we got a few more chapters down the line, and I was done too. I was like, "This guy, I can't." That book did no justice for Rolfe, his wife, Mike Matei, or Bootsy. There was no.
I started
nothing.
the last chapters when he accidentally revealed that his wife is just an over-controlling, overbearing. He accidentally painted his wife in such a horrible light. Everything he said about her, it's like, wait a minute. I know manipulative twats like this, and he's you had the same thing. Like, we both came to that conclusion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like it's the language he used, and some of the examples he had set. The one that always is going to be in my mind is like, she put her dreams on hold so I can have mine. Now
he said it at least twice in the book. He said that he wrote that in the book fucking twice.
You know that
she's
was
a great planner.
Yeah.
A couple of times out of nowhere, she's a great planner. We didn't hire her on as a producer for the movie because great planners. It wasn't a full Ray Pruitt discussion, but just a little Ray Pruitt talk, and I do believe I'll have to have you on when we watch some stuff, so we can watch some Rape Pruitt episodes together.
That was one of those usernames that kept coming up, though, like Ray P. Ray, or
There's another Ray one I can't remember now. There's a couple.
Me either.
But Rapey Ray, hearing people meet him in real life. Oh, I met Rapey Ray.
Guys, what's going on right now? Alex! It's still going. What's happening?
And her ass is still going.
Yale! Oh my god! Let's go, chat! Hey! That's crazy! Thank you guys so much! Check that IG story at JustPGOfficial for the other POV, guys. Let's go!
We went. That was it wasn't shocking or anything. That was a weird transition, like from super blonde makeup girl to now like brown eye, brown hair, regular girl.
No bra
like
girl.
The other girl was
no. The other girl was no pants. This one is no bra. We're getting the other side of the spectrum.
Excellent. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and we did have a bunch of truly tasteless joke books, jokes earlier. Kip Smith has one from the kids' version. Why did the banana go to the doctor? Because it wasn't peeling well.
Kip. Just say everybody hi in the chat. What up?
Don't lose me in TikTok land right here. Yes, and then round 3. Depends on how much you guys got in there.
Round 3, I'm going to need a little time. I did go, I think my maximum is 5 or 6 rounds.
Let's see. 48.5. Who's ready to move on over? Are you ready? Here's how you spell it. Plain Jane dot next door. All right, I better.
Oh, she is. Okay, she is playing into that. Oh, yeah, there you are.
Yeah, it's my fault for not getting rid that pin chat. You could see the nipples nice before she pinned that chat, but that pin chat has been ruining our nipple watch this entire time. But she's doing the same thing. Go over to her Instagram, and we're gonna get nastier.
Yeah.
Plain Jane.
And she's leaning into that. Plain Jane next door, so she knows what she's doing.
Blast. You guys ready? It's more fun over there. Okay? Plain Jane dot next door. I'll see you over there on that live right now. Right now. We're going there right now, okay? Okay. See you there.
And it's over.
I find that odd. Yeah,
it's over for her.
We're done. Hello.
But it's not over for the pole dancers. I do recall the exact episode. It was a boring lady. I can't remember exactly her name of the co-host audition. I'll see if I can find it while this lady does some pole aerobics for us.
Guys, don't forget to check my videos and okay, I'll slide poll, but don't forget to check my videos and put likes.
Okay, I will slide the poll for you. Very nice.
I believe this is for definitely for our last girl, Plain Jane. She is unfortunate, says Matthew Hibner. I'm down for the Plain Janes. She may not be as freaky as Kate, but Plain Jane will definitely eat your butthole out. You saw her. She'll do it. Yay!
I'm always waiting for the pole to fall. I'm always waiting for just to go and have it just fall right the fuck over.
That's the one I was trying to think of, Kip Smith. Ray per ass and Ray per butt. Those were the two Rays I was trying to think of. Thank you.
And the one that I mentioned, I saw somewhere else too, like Ray, like pizzazz. Like that guy's got pizzazz, but it was Ray pizzazz.
Someone did type that in too. Where was it? I just saw Ray pizzazz.
That was me.
That was you.
But like that was definitely one of the ones I saw floating around somewhere. You good? Okay, I slide the pole.
Oh, and a super chat coming in.
Oh,
thank you, Nimrob, for the $5. Jackie Martling gag. I'm at the age where the only time I want it twice is before I've had it once. I can do the Jackie laugh better than the Jackie voice, and it's the Billy West. Hearing the clip of Billy West doing Jackie laugh impressions, that's how I cracked the code of and
so
all
good.
those different Jackie laughs.
That right there to me also is the Norm Macdonald, David Letterman.
Yes,
like yeah.
And that I was never able to do a Krusty the Clown impression. It was unlocking Jackie's guffaw that I was able to make lateral to. And do I have a super chat? Yes, I do have a super chat beat. Thank you, Nimrob.
Thanks for the super chat, super chat, super chat.
And I am unemployed and atheist, like our buddy Jay Devil, so could use a couple of bucks. I am being a picky little bitch right now with what I do and don't want to do. I've got too much money saved up to get back to work now. I'm being a little picky bitch after two shitty. Well, the first job wasn't shitty. The second job that was shitty. I lasted 6 shifts.
Now you earned it, dude. Literally.
And this lady, she also earned a $5 super chat.
Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. She has an accent, and so did Farm Girl with the goats in the kitchen. I like accents on ladies, except Australian.
Oh yeah, the Australian lady. Well, the good thing about Australian ladies is they can't say no.
No.
No. I covered that clip a while ago. I forget what. Oh yeah, I was gonna vamp and figure out where the Ray Pruitt talk initially started. And yes, King of all diffs, I am now streaming simultaneously on Rumble on all regular episodes, and gonna have some watch-alongs coming exclusively to Rumble once we figure out what day works best for us. I guess once I get a job, that could fuck that schedule up too.
I got a great schedule right now. It's wide open. There's requests in the chat to see if she farted about 5 or 10 seconds ago.
Okay, let's get back over here. Request to see if she farted. Let's see, we are at 7:46. Let's go to. Okay, I see where they're asking.
Right.
Yep. That was obvious where they're asking. Crank that volume all the way up. There is a sound. I believe that is her feet on the ground. I hear what you guys were talking about.
And a little bit before this, she was like, she did a spin on the pole, and then she went back to the carpet and was like laying down. Yeah, right there as well as a possible.
Okay, there's another place to investigate. This is scientific. We need to see this.
If it was a pop fart, yes. You know, like a quick cheek clapper.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a sound, and maybe she also tried to cover it with her sexy.
You're right. I agree.
Sorry for ruining your boners with that, fellas.
I don't think it ruined anybody's. No, I think everybody's got extra boner now because of it. Fart detective. Oh my god. Man, her eyes are blue. Those are blue.
That's got to. Well, we heard the accent. She's a Ruski.
Yeah. One more time, just to be sure.
the downward facing toot.
Yeah.
So that was our edition of Perv Talk. I also promised a solar death ray. So I guess that will be our main event for the night. Kind of a fucked up order. The titties weren't the main event. That's on me. I put them in order once we got on the lesbians. I felt like we needed to get right to the boobies. So
I'll be honest. I forgot about the solar death ray because you distracted me with boobs.
I could have absolutely not had the solar, and you commented on that before the show. Just asking.
I was like, "Oh,
fuck? A solar death ray? What the hell are you talking about?" So that'll be the one to take us out, and hopefully, yep, I'm getting to the co-host audition playlist. I will have that answer for Luigi Greenberg by the end of this video, where the Ray Pruitt talk. TikTok has ruined me in more ways than one.
Your brain is melting.
Oh, and more bananas. This turned out to be a banana-heavy episode.
Well, that's what happens. Nannerdiff was here earlier. I don't know if he's still around, but
yeah, Nannerdiff dropped in, and he had some banana seeds, which used to be a thing in bananas, and now we're eating a bunch of cloned bananas, so we don't get all those. You take that, you communist toot. This guy, we've actually seen him once before when he was feeding ants different types of food. Oh, I'm not live on Rumble? It says I'm live on Rumble. Son of a bitch. Well, son of a bitch. We'll work out the kinks.
Derailed.
God damn it. Yeah, I just activated that as well. So I've got some bugs to work out of the system since I am not live on Rumble. I thought I was.
I wanted to see if I could cut through this banana with the solar death ray. So I placed it on the hot seat and aimed the directed energy coming through this giant lens right at the shaft of the banana. The solar...
And that's our buddy Sperg Snake commenting from over on Rumble. Thank you for dropping that link in there. I probably should be... I probably should be more prepared with the links for everywhere that I'm on. And thank you for your generosity, sir. I can stick my hand into your back pocket if you would like over on the Rumbles.
Death ray is so good at gathering light that it creates a shadow around the incredibly hot center spot. And this concentrated sunlight is so intense that it immediately started cutting through the midsection of the banana. In fact, the banana burst into flames. The ability of the solar death ray to precisely cut through stuff is amazing, and as you can see, the tip and the base of the banana were relatively intact compared to the shaft that was totally obliterated.
You could
it takes
see
hellish
that's
temperatures
really
to cut through the...
That's what?
Right there. You can see it. You can see like that heat, that the flame that's coming off of the banana because it's being vaporized by the sun rays. It's kind of cool. Science.
Shaft of a banana like this. And when he disengaged the extremely bright light from the solar death ray, I could see the hole that was lasered through the shaft. Totally rad. I wanted to see if
it's rad, bro.
It's times like that that make me say that he is a grown-up butthead. He's got grown-up butthead tendencies. It's not there the entire time, but that where he just left off sounded like grown-up butthead to me.
Benstein.
Death ray. I could see the hole that was lasered through the shaft. Totally rad.
The shaft.
I wanted to see if I could start a charcoal barbecue with the power of the solar death ray. So I placed a charcoal briquette on the hot seat.
Oh, so yeah,
and
he's got a
sunlight
okay, I got
right
you.
at it.
That's a
The
big ass
charcoal
magnifying
briquette
glass.
immediately burst into flames. The black color of the charcoal readily absorbed the sunlight, and that's why it was so easy to light it. To create a hot bed of charcoal,
Thanks for attempting to allow me to steal your money. I did just apply to get Rumble Rants tonight. So if it didn't take effect yet, it might need a little bit longer.
Put more and more.
But thank you, folks, for being generous, especially all the rope shooters. You can become a rope shooter for $4.99 a month, and the crazy lady Kayla can only be seen on a recent episode of the TikTok deleted scenes.
Or the briquettes into the incredibly bright light coming through this giant lens. I used no lighter fluid for this entire barbecue. All that was utilized was the power of the concentrated sunlight on the charcoal briquettes and lighting them up. The solar death ray is strong enough to melt rock and copper, so it was no surprise it could light this barbecue. After just a few minutes, I had this flaming bed of charcoal over which I could cook some wieners. This was a unique barbecue.
Wieners. That was totally a butthead moment.
Yep, I heard it.
Because I was cooking the wieners from underneath with the heat of the charcoal, and I was searing them from above with the extremely bright light coming through the solar death ray. I took a closer look at the wieners after cooking, and they looked very well done, but the ultimate taste test was with Guapo. Way to go, Guapo.
I'm going to take the power of the...
And this goes on.
Dog handsome.
This goes on for a bit. I feel like I had these out of order because I did promise a solar death ray, but those titties were obviously the main event. This is kind of like WWF's Saturday night's main event, where the main event goes on not last because it was taking Saturday Night Live's place. We don't want it to go on last. where there was no reason for me to put that last. And that goes, I'll maybe return to that. It doesn't look like our chat was a big fan of what the fuck was your name again, sir?
John something?
Joamy Heck.
Joamy, okay.
That's what,
like, he just figured out, he figured out how the sun works. He's like, it's a solar death ray. It's like, no, he kind of just focusing the old sun ray. Gonna do that? Anywho, I first learned this. I remember hearing people setting ants on fire with a magnifying glass. Like, you hear that, like, as a kid. And I was like, that's kind of fucking mean. I almost burned a hole in my bedroom carpet. I had a Game Boy, the old big square Game Boy, and it had a magnifier screen that attached to the top of it. And I
remember those.
It was, yeah, we all had one at one point, I'm pretty sure. And the sunlight was coming in my back window, hit that magnifying glass on the Game Boy, and then burned a hole in the carpet. And if it had not been like asbestos carpet or something, it probably would have started a fire. But it was one of those, carpet, I guess, is designed to just kind of smolder. And I was like, what the hell is burning in here? And I looked down, and there's like a nice dime-size hole. Because
Nintendo burned down my house. I'm surprised we didn't hear of any lawsuits. I kind of want to look into that since you had that experience. Certainly some kid burned his house down. I know some claimed it was Beavis. Beavis said fire. No, I just put my Game Boy down near a window.
Or goofing with matches because we're children,
Yeah, I like setting 2-liter bottles on fire. Plastic melting. It was neat. Not as neat as that part, though. I did make that was such a perfect main event. And I was like, nah, I promised this silly little extra segment. And we're at 2 hours. And for a show like this, 2 hours is about proper. Sometimes I say 2:30. Let's get in our plugs. Sperg Snake does stuff on Mondays, Fridays, and
mostly Wednesdays. Well, mostly I was up until Hackamania. I was doing like card games and stuff with Annie because she was learning to play poker, which they didn't have a poker tournament this year. But they did have blackjack tables. That was like on Tuesdays, but I think moving forward it's going to be Monday night game show night, Wednesdays every other Wednesday with you. There may be more, interchangeable with what is this game if we get back to playing more games. She's getting ready to have Husey on with Red Dead Redemption 2, America's favorite Wild West game. And I'm trying to figure out, I keep saying it every time, I'm trying to figure out how I want to structure like a music show. Bobby Nick goes to Rumble and plays music videos from YouTube. But I kind of want to do it on YouTube. I like being here with everybody else. It's really weird to get people to shift over to the Rumble, but if it's a good enough draw, you'll go. I know you'll go. I go watch Nimrod. I watched Transformers last week.
and Bobby Nick, I absolutely stole his strategy of doing a little pre-show over on YouTube. And I haven't gone over to Rumble exclusive in a few weeks, but I think a complete separate show, the watch-along special show, do 30 minutes up front, have one of these wacky videos. I do have a lot of a backlog now of wacky shit.
Excellent.
I could, I do have plenty of wacky shit material to keep it going. And here, as I'm numbering it, it's getting a better flow. The only flub on this flow is that I had anything after that that farting pole dancer.
I'm glad we went back and investigated it and did figure out what was happening there. Black hole this week, Nimrod? Excellent. And there was a booby chick girl. Oh, you mentioned the movie. It was a Corey and Corey movie that was out that Nimrod had watched.
Yes, that one.
I should have watched that, but I didn't at the same time. Yeah, I should have watched that one, but I didn't. I think something else popped up and I had to go.
I believe it was Jib who gave it. I think I gave the movie a half a star or no stars. It was even with a lot of titties. Like he was in a shower scene with two sexy ladies soaping him up. Fucking Corey.
Yeah. Dude, that's the second biggest reason for me to get into acting or Hollywood and trying to be a filmmaker is to get hot chicks to, make out with me during movies. That kind of thing, like that's why I'm not there. I'll be in jail with Weinstein. Oh, you want a part? Just deal with my part.
And I will be here. Actually, I'll be driving all day next Wednesday. So until I'm back from Maryland, it'll be spotty. But been doing Wednesday, Thursday. Gonna add a third day for the Rumble watch-alongs with the Chris Elliott Show, Tales from the Crypt, and the Ray Pruitt years of 90210. And thank you, King of All Diffs, for opening up your wallet. I guess the Rumble rants hasn't gone through yet. I need a couple of bucks. Kip Smith stole my. Remember when I stole you from Hack Ride for a movie? I was in a movie. Actually, I was in a few movies, wandering around in the background.
I had real quick to address Kip. Yeah, Patrick does play a lot of music in the beginning. It's not hours. It's about 45 minutes to an hour, and he'll mention it. He'll be like, "Yep, YouTube's on to me. I gotta quit," because it takes about 45 minutes, and then you'll see that yellow thing pop up in the back end of YouTube, and it'll be like, "Oh, we detected copyright material in your video." I hate it.
I do a test most of the time. Even last week's episode, I forgot to do the test on every single clip, but it was the fire on the subway. Like that whole video came up as a copyright violation. No strike, but just can't make money on it, which is a moot point as long as we have our little circle here. And thank you all for dropping in. And I do remember that now, Kip Smith. It was for Uncle Jack. Uncle Jack requested me, and you were like, "Come on, get over here." And I was like, "I'm coming." Yes, I do remember that.
No, and I agree with you. We got a good little corner of the internet going. So this week in Maryland, next week you'll be back, ready to hang out and do some stuff.
Yeah. I think I'll be driving all day next Wednesday. Fuck, maybe I'll be out of town longer. I don't have a job. I could make some detours if there's any dabblers. Hit me up, Dylan from somewhere at Gmail for a pint. If you're in the DMVPA area, it's DMV. That's what they always call it. But where I live, right next to the fucking Pennsylvania border, and those Hanover girls, they are not lookers. No, they are not. I remember seeing a few walk down the street and being like, "Ooh, pretty lady." I take that back. Just a lady.
That's a lady, all right. Yeah. Oh, Hanover. That's in Pennsylvania, like the chip people, right? Like Snyder of Berlin, Hanover. I'm talking snacks now. I'm digressing.
We stole in Northern Maryland, Southern Pennsylvania, we stole a whole shitload of names. I'm from Westminster. There's a Manchester. All around there. We didn't have a single unique name.
Yeah. New England is very England. Yes, Tales from the Crypt. Yes.
We're just signing off here as we're getting again some of the most viewers we've had. But we've been here 2 hours, and going to go ahead and sign off before we stay too late. And definitely checking out all of Tales from the Crypt Season 2 by the end of Halloween. We'll have to get in touch with Luigi Greenberg. Oh, that's another plug. Miami Connection next Friday with Luigi Greenberg. I'll be back in town, and I will be ready to watch Miami Connection. I'm well aware of it, and looking forward to seeing the whole damn movie. Really enjoyed Red Letter Media talking about it, and now I'm going to see that horseshit.
I've never seen that movie, and I'm staying in the dark. Very much like the ABGN movie. I want a fresh watch while we watch on Rumble.
Never end when your numbers are up. I could go back to the solar death ray video and take them right back down again.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing, Matt. It's a rough movie. We're going to have fun next Friday with that. And this Friday, Dabbleverse Wrestling.
Birdemic, that's another one that was rough, but with friends, it was a blast. So that's why I feel Luigi Greenberg is bringing us along. It is rough solo, but with friends, you got some lube.
Yeah, no, I agree. There are some movies I can't. I watched Birdemic alone. That would have been much more fun with a group.
And I can't think of any other ones right now. I know King of All Diffs told me don't go away while your numbers are up. Well, they're only slightly up. So that's all I prepared for today, and I'm in the winding down mood, and I gotta get up early to drive to Maryland. So thank you folks for joining in later. Thank you for the super chatter, Nimrob. Thank all you rope shooters for giving me a couple of bucks. And if you could support me non-monetarily too, liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell, that helps get our little circle a little bit wider. There's a joke in there about buttholes that I'm just going to mention without actually making it. And I'm going to sign off for realsies. After I just stomp all over your final word.
No, I was just gonna try to work the word gaping in there somewhere, but I didn't. I had nothing. No joke.
Gay Ping. That's the gay Chinese child. Ping. He went gay. It's Gay Ping. Gay Ping is gaping. Thanks to that very nasty thick boy. Ended on a joke. Thank you for joining, folks. Feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all. All join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LS, MFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right and left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LS, MFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.